Okay, so we are back with another episode and another match review on the Arse and All YouTube channel and podcast. It's a good day. The day after Super Sunday, of course, Everton versus Arsenal. Arsenal finally breaking the deadlock. Terrible record at Goodison Park. Of course, the last time we won there, Arsene Wenger was in charge. I had a hairline. I made that joke before, but it doesn't make it any less true. And this new Arsenal team looks like it's got a bit more bite about it, with also a bit of bark as well. You know, there's a lot more togetherness, a couple players coming in when there's players coming out due to injury. And we are going to talk about injuries as well, because it looks like another player bites the dust. But hopefully it's not as bad as it looks. You know, hopefully it's just a precaution. We're getting ahead of ourselves, of course. But I think we'll just start off with the match in general. Now, it was one of those 1-0 victories, 1-0 to the Arsenal. But Everton didn't really look like they posed much of a threat. Yes, they had a couple chances here and there, but they didn't look convincing, you know. And they look like they could go down, you know. They do look like they finally might not be able to escape it. I mean, they were in a relegation battle the past 2 seasons, and it just shows why. Now, I think we'll start off with the disallowed goal, the offside. And I say offside like that because I just don't know how this nonsense works. Like, the angles that they use, and I could be completely wrong in it, but the angles that they use just looks, it's like they're measuring it diagonally, you know. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It was offside anyway. Like they've said, it is what it is. I mean, it come off one of the Everton players. Gabriel hit on one of the Everton players. I think it was Beto, and then it falls to Nketiah. He sort of flicks it on, plays someone in, I think, and then they play in Martinelli. He looked onside, but he could have been offside too. And the finish. Oh, the finish. It was like Thierry Henry. I think they even said that on commentary. Amazing finish. Like, even one of the angles where he scores from, it looks like it's just going wide and it just bends in, you know. Amazing finish. But then obviously it was offside. And then all of a sudden, Martinelli's looks like he's pulled up with a hamstring. And he goes off. Obviously, Trossard comes on. That sounds weird, Trossard. But yeah, he comes on, makes an amazing impact anyway. And obviously, he scores the winner. Now, the whole game was sort of like probing away. I mean, Saka, you know how he is away from home majority of the time. He doesn't look like the Saka at home. And he got an assist anyway, so I'm not mad. Like, obviously, he's on my FPL. I don't know why I just mentioned FPL, because I kind of forgot about it and just realized and remembered how bad I've done. But that's not the video. Trossard, what an amazing finish. He just sort of glides it in with his left foot. Pickford, no chance. Everyone's just sort of glaring and watching. An amazing finish. Sort of hits the post and goes in. But what a finish, man. I love that boy, you know. I love Trossard, honestly. I wanted him to start anyway. And if you watch my preview match, I would have put him instead of Havertz. And we did kind of skip over the starting 11 because it was a controversial one, but one that did pay off. Now, obviously, Ramsdale was dropped. It could have been more of a fatigue thing because obviously international break, maybe just mix it up a bit. Ramsdale maybe be saved for the Champions League. Havertz dropped as well. Same thing, could be because of the experience in the Champions League. He might be saving him for that. Vieira comes in, does an amazing job. He's really picked it up the past couple of games. You know, the balls he was playing, the off ball runs and everything else. So we have Raya that started, obviously Vieira that started, and then obviously Trossard technically coming on as a sub, but still pulling his weight and scores the winner, you know. But I'm hoping that Martinelli's injury isn't serious. It might just be like a small muscular strain, maybe just a week rest or like a tightness, if that. Hopefully it's not a strain. Or hopefully it's just a precaution to save him for the Champions League, you know, because obviously Martinelli is one of our best players. And if we need a good Champions League run, we don't want to risk anything, you know. Declan Rice, immense performance as always. Eddie Nketiah ran the line rugged, but I mean, the physicality to Everton's players it wasn't his type of game. You know, Jesus came on, added a bit more physicality. Havertz come on towards the end, added more physicality too. Gabriel did well. Saliba did well as well. Ben White, Mr. Consistent. You know, Zinchenko in that sort of inverted left back role into centre midfield. Amazing again. But it was just one of those games. It had a 0-0 written all over it, or a 1-0 either way. I think Everton could have got a smash and grab, but then we just popped up. We smashed and we grabbed. But yeah, amazing, man. I'm just glad we've sort of beaten the hoodoo, voodoo and the Goodison sort of bad run. Like, we literally have had the worst luck when it comes to Goodison Park. But yeah, it's over, boys. We won 1-0. I mean, it wasn't the cleanest performance. Odegaard running the show as always. I mean, this boy, silky smooth like my hairline. Nothing there. But yeah, silky smooth. No, I love Odegaard, man. I really do. But yeah, a very robust performance. A performance that I don't think we could have done last season at Goodison Park, which we didn't anyway. And even the past few seasons, I mean, we have a lot more bark and bite together. You know, Declan Rice coming in, very physical, very agile, very athletic. Partey, he doesn't look like he's missed, but I mean, obviously, he's still one of our best players. You know, it's one of those things, it's like a double-edged sword. I mean, we've got Rice, but we've also got Partey. And once Partey's back in, it's one of those things where it's like, what's Arteta going to do? So at the moment, we're sort of back to our old shape and it looks great. It looks very, very good. But yeah, 1-0 to the Arsenal. I think we're one of 4 teams that are unbeaten. I think it's us, City, Tottenham and Brighton. I could be wrong. I think it's us 4 that are only teams that are unbeaten at the moment. And we're playing Tottenham next week. And I might be doing a Tottenham special episode with a guest, so look out for that. But yeah, I am going to be appearing on another platform. One that I appeared on before. I will leave the link down below, an announcement. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel for that. But yeah, I'm very excited for that North London derby. I think we're both in the best possible position. Both teams, for a very long time. I mean, one's always had the edge over the other. But now it looks like it's very, very even. Yes, they did have a lot of luck. And you have to give it to him. I mean, pulling it back from 1-0 down to 2-1 with 10 minutes to go with the added time. Ange's doing an amazing job, but I don't really care. I don't. It's an Arsenal podcast. I'm an Arsenal fan. But yeah, it's going to be a great North London derby. I'm definitely going to be doing a special edition review, preview, and predictions video for that. Hopefully with a guest, I mean, if all goes well. But yeah, we are actually now going to be looking at all the stats with the Everton game. So let's switch over. Now, obviously, as we go to the stats, it was one of those games where it was painful to watch. I won't lie to you, but I'm glad I stuck it out. I watched. I was very downbeat because of the FPL performance, and a lot of people had the same problem, so it weren't that deep, but you know, you're just like depleted. You don't really feel like watching a match, but you're like, come on, we have to win this. But yeah, match stats, possession wise, we absolutely obliterated them. We had 74%. They had 26%. That was literally the eye test anyway. Like, you could see we were all over them. They were playing on the counter, but then on the counter, they couldn't really counter because we nullified them. Total shots, 13 shots to us, 8 to them. On target, 4 to us, 1 to them. Off target, 3 apiece. Blocked, we had 6, they had 4. Passing percentage, 89.1% to us, 67.2% to Everton. Clear cut chances, 0-0. Corners, we had a lot, and that was a very big talking point with Sky Sports for some reason. We had 11, they had 1. Offsides, 4 to us, 1 to them. Tackling, 88.9% to us, 1, and 68.4% to them. 52.6 aerial duels percentage to them, 47.4 to us. Saves, Pickford had 3, Raya had 1, fouls committed 10 to us, 12 to them. Fouls 1, 12 to us, 8 to them. Yellow cards, 1 apiece, and no red cards. The match stats pretty much speaks for itself. We was all over them. And the corners thing, we'll have to touch on that because it was such a big thing of how the sort of goal come about. Yes, it was from a short corner, and it looks like something we have been working on for quite some time. I mean, the whole timing thing, it looked like we were taking a long time on corners, and it looks like the way Zinchenko sort of celebrated, pointed to Arteta and the coach and stuff, like, that was you, bro. That was you. He pointed back. It was like a cute bromance thing. And then it was like, even on Sky Sports, they were talking about taking 26 seconds for the goal from the corner. And it's like, bro, it's tactics, bro. Everyone's got their thing. You know, Rory Delap used to have the long throws, flipping Newcastle last season, massive amounts of time wasting. Like, all these different dark arts, if you will, pays off. Now, you can't always win beautifully. You have to win ugly sometimes. City's been doing it for years, but they also win gracefully too, you know? So it's one of those things where I'm glad we're sort of digging into the dark arts, because we're not really known for that. We're known for a gentleman type football, beautiful, silky football, and being too soft. But it looks like Arteta's instilling that into us. Installing? It's not a software update, but you know what I mean. So I'm glad, man. I'll have nothing to moan about. I mean, if it was against us, yes, we'd be moaning quite a lot. You'll be arguing, where's the yellow cards? Where's the punishment? Time wasting, yada, yada, yada. But I don't care, bro. I don't care. Because last game against United, we got the offside for us in terms of Garnacho. But then the offside was chalked off against us, which didn't look offside. So, you know, it swings and roundabouts, man. You can't always have it your way. But yeah, I'm a very grateful fan to have stuck out that match. Obviously, winning 1-0 anywhere is amazing, but to do it at Goodison Park, for some reason, it was like all odds against us to not win there for some reason. So yeah, I'm glad. I'm happy as Larry. A 1-0 victory to Arsenal. We're going to head into the Champions League. Maybe do a match review or preview to that match. We'll see. I mean, PSV, they're no mugs, you know, so it's going to be a very good game to watch. I'm going to try get tickets, but I mean, it might not work out. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm happy. Premier League unbeaten so far. We head into the North London derby on form, and Tottenham are on form as well. So, you know, it's going to be a very exciting one. A very, very exciting one. A bit nervy, but, you know, I think we'll edge it, man. Because we're at home, we do very well at home. But the way Maddison's playing, you know, anything can happen. But let's see. I think we'll be all right. Hopefully Martinelli's not injured as well. And yeah, let's just enjoy the week. Enjoy the Champions League. It's the last one. Like, that's going to be properly group staged and everything else. The next season is just going to be, I don't know what the format they're going to do. We might do a video on that because it looks a bit mad, to be honest. But yeah, I'm going to leave that there. My match review to the Everton Arsenal game, a 1-0 victory, an amazing little tinkering masterpiece by Super Mick Foggin Arteta, and I love it. Anyways, my people, thank you for watching the Arse All YouTube channel and podcast. Leave your comments down below what you think about the match and the performance from the boys. And yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.